Today, we're breaking down the roadmap to becoming a true force in the tech world, what some people are calling an AI unicorn. Let's jump right in.
So you've probably heard the term unicorn for startups worth over $1 billion, right? Well, in the AI space, it means something a little different. It's a person with a rare, almost mythical combination of skills, and we're going to unpack exactly what that means.
Okay, so here's the deal. An AI unicorn isn't just a coder or just a data scientist. They are a one-person powerhouse, someone who can take an idea for an AI product from a simple sketch all the way to a fully functioning, scalable application, all by themselves. That's what makes this role so incredibly valuable.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to walk through the 4 essential pillars: full stack development, AI and machine learning, cloud engineering, and system design. Then we'll talk about how to wrap it all together to really kickstart your career.
First things first, mastering full stack development. Honestly, this is the absolute bedrock. You could have the most amazing AI model in the world, but if you can't build an application around it, nobody's ever going to use it.
You know, a good way to think about it is like a car. The front end is everything you see and touch, the cool design, the dashboard, the steering wheel. The back end? That's the engine, the transmission, all the heavy machinery under the hood that actually makes the car move. You've got to master both. To get there, you'll want to get really good with a front-end framework, something like React, to build those slick user interfaces. And for the back end, a stack like Node.js and Express is a great place to start. Now here's the pro tip. Start using AI tools like GitHub Copilot right now. It'll make you a faster, better coder. The main goal here, build a portfolio that proves you can create a complete app, start to finish.
So we've got our foundation poured. Now it's time to add the brains of the operation. And that brings us to our second essential skill, AI and machine learning.
At the heart of any AI system is data. I mean, it's everything. Being able to gather data, clean it up, and make sense of it, that's the absolute starting line for building anything intelligent.
Your journey here really begins with Python and its incredible data libraries. Then you'll need to get the core theory down. You know, the difference between supervised learning, where you're basically teaching the model with examples, and unsupervised learning, where the model has to find patterns all on its own. After that, you'll graduate to big-time frameworks like TensorFlow and learn the ropes of MLOps, which is just a fancy way of saying you know how to actually get your models out into the real world and keep them running smoothly.
Okay, so you've built an application, and it's smart. Awesome. But how do you get it from running on your personal laptop to being used by millions of people all over the world? Well, the answer lies in our third skill, cloud engineering. Let's be real, the cloud is not optional anymore if you're serious about AI. Platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud give you access to unbelievable computing power on demand. You simply cannot train or run a sophisticated AI model on your MacBook. It's just not going to happen. The trick here is to work smarter, not harder. You want to use managed services like AWS SageMaker that do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And you definitely need to get familiar with serverless architectures, which are super efficient because you only pay for what you use. This whole world of MLOps is about automating everything, so you can build AI systems that are both powerful and reliable. But here's the thing. Having all these amazing, powerful tools is great, but it's not enough. You need a solid plan, a blueprint that connects all the pieces in a way that actually makes sense. And that leads us straight into our fourth and maybe most important core skill, designing resilient systems. This is where you go from being just a builder to being an architect. A truly great system always starts with understanding what people actually need. You have to learn how to talk to stakeholders, choose the right kind of architecture, like microservices, which keep things modular and flexible, and really get the fundamental trade-offs you have to make. At the end of the day, your job is to make sure every single technical decision you make helps the business achieve its goals. So, with these 4 skills in your back pocket, you've got all the ingredients. Now, let's talk about the final step, how to mix them all together to officially launch your career as an AI unicorn. Look, the single best way to prove you have these skills is to build one big project that uses all of them. I'm talking about a complete end-to-end application. You ingest the data, you train the model in the cloud, you deploy it, and you build a beautiful front end for people to actually use. That's the whole shebang. And please don't just let that amazing project sit on your computer. You have to build in public. Put your code on GitHub, write about your process on LinkedIn, go to meetups, and when you talk to recruiters, you have to make it crystal clear why you're different. You're not just a piece of the puzzle. You can deliver the entire AI product. Mastering these skills opens the door to some of the coolest, most high-paying jobs in tech. Call it a full-stack AI engineer or a solution architect. The title doesn't matter as much as the value you bring. And your value is clear. You deliver complete solutions, and companies will pay a serious premium for that.
But remember, this field, especially AI, is moving at lightning speed. Your journey as a unicorn is a marathon, not a sprint. It's all about constantly learning and constantly building. To stay sharp, you need a system. Find some good learning paths, set aside time every single day to practice, track your progress somewhere public to keep yourself honest, and get involved in communities like Kaggle and Hugging Face. That's how you stay on the cutting edge. And really, it all boils down to this one core idea. You have to adopt a mindset of experimentation. You have to be willing to try new things, to fail, to learn from it, and to try again. That's the secret sauce. So there you have it, the complete roadmap. The path is laid out for you. Now the only question left is, looking at these 4 pillars, what's the very first step you're going to take?